Yes. First, I want to congratulate Andy with reaching the top of the Kilimanjaro together with Robbo. Big achievement, and so for raising money for the Manchester United Foundation. So big achievement, and from our side, big congrats, and enjoy it as well. And as I say, I think it's really for a good target, and hopefully it will be follow up and by a lot of money for this charity. Okay.
Thank you, Erik.
Why don't you give us the first question, Andy?
Got mountains to be climbed, yeah? What makes you think you can still succeed at Manchester United, Erik? What are you seeing that your critics might be missing?
Also, we have to climb a mountain, and but that is top football. And sometimes you have to face challenges, but and sometimes it goes up, sometimes goes down. But I'm sure we will make it a success, as we did the last 2 seasons. We'll make it a success, and I think we are in a direction. Underneath, I see the good things. I see good patterns, and I see also the good stats. What confirms that we are in a good direction. But of course, the ranking is not lying. We are where we are, and that's not good enough.
Erik, first of that, obviously you can see positives, but there's always a lot of noise around your position, certainly at the start of this international break. Did you feel the need to seek any assurances about your position?
No. The noise is only coming from the media, from you guys. For some of you, let's say this, not all of you, but some of you who bringing up stories, creating fairy tales, making the noise, bringing lies, because I know we are on one page in this club. I told this before the break. I told several journalists. Probably they didn't believe me, because I see the reports. But internal in the club, it's quiet. Of course, we are discussing in the position where we are, and that we are unhappy with the position where we are, and how we have to turn the corner, and what has to happen, and so what should be the strategy to turn this corner. But ultimately, we are quiet, we are composed, we stay where we are, we stick to the plan, and we are very convinced we will make it a success.
When you're looking to turn the corner, it doesn't help when you get injuries, and you had to deal with a lot last season. So what's the situation with Mazraoui, Mainu and Maguire, and the timescales with them?
Definitely it will not help, that is for sure. You need players available to perform, so that is one point we have to change in this club. But then to this point, actual is that Kobe and Harry, they are out for a couple of weeks. And Mazraoui, it's a good news, he faced an illness, but he returned on the training pitch and he's available for selection for tomorrow.
Hi Erik, just to ask you, away from Manchester United, we saw Thomas Tuchel come in as the England manager. You faced him twice last season as Bayern Munich head coach. What do you make of that appointment?
I think very good choice from the FA. He's a top class manager, proved himself, creating top teams, creating teams who win, and England didn't win so much, didn't win since 1966. So I think it's a very good appointment to get a win, because England has world-class players, make it a team, and they have the opportunity to win big championships, the Euros or the World Cup.
Erik, you've had some problems at left back for a while because of injuries and unavailabilities. Can you just say, what is the situation with Shaw and Tyrell Malacia? Are they going to be back anytime soon?
Yeah, they are back, but we can't force their return, and we have to do it very careful, because also we don't want to have a return and then quickly drop out. So we do it very careful, but of course we hope to do it as soon as possible, because this team needs a left fullback. That's also for sure.
Just on the game as well, Christian Eriksen, you signed him from Brentford. He's become a really important figure again this season, when it looked like perhaps his career might have been winding down slightly. What's the key to the change that he's now become so important pretty much every week?
He faced some injuries in the first year, but then already he was very important, and as well as last season, but then also coming up Kobe. But then lately, he proved himself in the team and together with Kobe, and that can be a very good couple. Unlucky now, it fell apart for the coming weeks, but it's clear. He has a good season so far. He's important for the team with his contribution in linking key passes, be creative, composed and calm, and very happy with his performances so far in the season.
Sorry.
Erik, how much have you got to try and take pressure off the players? Obviously, if you're in 14th, every game is, if you lose it, it's a disaster because the club's not in a great position. But also, Benny McCarthy said that you see a lot last season, players doing well in training, and then on a match day it didn't happen, which presumably is to do with pressure as well. How much have you got to take that off the player?
I think the players do well. we won last season. Maybe you forgot. And of course, when we face problems, then also we had. Sometimes we have to line up teams who were not in the right balance because the players were not available. But I think in general the players do perform well. And what we see now, we have to start scoring in that part. But of course, it's the most important part of football. If you want to win games, you have to score goals. And in that part, we have to improve. We are entering the final third. We are entering the box. We are coming in good positions to score. Now we have to step up the last step, but the most important step to net.
Erik, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here, and we've seen this week, what's happened with Sir Alex Ferguson having his ambassadorial role taken away. We had that presentation with John the other week, which was quite emotional. Does that sort of thing have an impact on yourself and other people at the club? Because there's obviously close connections with staff and people here, and not least Sir Alex.
Of course, it has an impact on us, and Sir Alex, of course, is Man United. He built Man United where the club is now, and it impacts us. But on the other side, also we know, and also Sir Alex know, and also that is what he wants. He wants to see a winning Manchester United, and I'm sure he's always available for every advice, and we will meet him definitely in the short term again, as we did in the last 2.5 years I am here.
Do you talk to him much yourself?
Yeah, so now and then we have good contact, I would say. So once in half a year I meet formal with him, but also, of course, informal. Around games I meet him.
Dave.
Hi, Erik. You said just then everything's calm behind the scenes, everything's quiet, you're all on the same page as the hierarchy here, but isn't there an acceptance from them towards you that results have to change immediately and performances have to get better immediately, because you've got 7 games now till the next international break, and you surely cannot afford a repeat of the start of the season that you've had?
We are calm, that's what I said, but we are not happy, that's also for sure. And no one, not the players and staff, and not the leadership, of course, not the board, no one is happy with this position. But we are calm, and we know what we are doing, and we know also that the reasons why and what we have to change. And but we are calm in our strategy. We are calm, and we are convinced that we are getting there where we want to be, and that we make this season a success. So. And that is independent of what will happen in the coming 7 games.
And the fans have been very supportive and loyal to you, particularly last season in difficult times and the start of this season. talking about the match-going fans. Could you understand that could change if results don't improve, that you could start to feel a bit of heat from them if results and performances don't improve starting tomorrow?
I think we are on the same page and in the same boat, and we feel a strong connection between each other, with the fans on Old Trafford and also the away fans who are always there, and they see the problems we have to face also in the start of the season, and they know also when we stick together, when they keep supporting us in the end, and we will repay them, and then we will repay their trust in us, and that is what they did the last 2 years, and I'm convinced that this process will keep going, and we will get there together, the fans and the players and the staff.
Simon.
Hi, is Mamadou Ugarte okay for tomorrow? Or like
He is ready for selection, yeah.
And just on the left back situation, you had quite a promising left back here in Alvaro Fernandez, who's doing very well at Benfica. Is there any element of regret there that he didn't get an opportunity, or is it just a case of that's the way it's panned out for him, that he's doing very well?
Yeah, I think the process is perfect. We loaned him to Preston, got back, then we loaned him to Granada, but he didn't play so much there, and of course we all the time we observed him, and now we had the opportunity to sell him, but we have a buyback, so we have control of the situation. But I think that's what he needed from Preston, and then go to La Liga, making next step to Portugal, every time stepping up to a higher club and a better league, and now we have to see and to assess the situation if he maybe can be an option for us. But playing at Man United is not so easy. Playing in the Premier League for Manchester United is not so easy. Then you need experience and you need also development, and you get the development to play for bigger clubs and in better leagues.
Laurie.
Hi Erik, sort of on a similar theme, Scott McTominay, a player that left this summer, he scored 2 goals last season to beat Brentford in injury time. He can make that kind of killer instinct in the final third in the box. Any regret there in terms of how that situation developed?
No, I'm very happy for Scott, and as I said, when he left, I didn't want this, but it is the rules to deal. The club had to deal with the fair play rules, and the rules are not great. The rules are I would even say bad, but that is the situation is created by the rules, and it forces us to make this decision.
Can I just ask on the Sir Alex sort of situation question? He's such a big figure around the place, and created such high standards for the club of Manchester United's. Basically, as you said, created the club as it is today. Those expectations are still on the club, to win titles year after year. What's that like as a manager to kind of balance the expectation from the history, but also the current situation?
In the moment we can't match the standards he set, but still we won trophies. And remember, 6 years before, this club didn't win trophies. So we are coming back, we are returning, but it's also obvious we are not there. But then what's very important, we need all the processes right, and that we can construct a team, that we can line up the best players to construct the best team.
Chris.
On the game tomorrow, Brentford in the last 3 games have scored, I think, in every game in the first 1 or 2 minutes. You haven't
Four times.
Pardon me?
4 times.
4 times. Sorry,
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah. You have to do your homework.
Doing my homework. You haven't always started games quickly this season.
Yeah.
Is that a concern for you, and that's something that you'll talk to the players about before tomorrow?
It's not a concern. But of course, you have to be aware of it, and you have to make a plan on it. But they are strong in it. That is absolutely a strength, one of their strengths.
Jamie.
Hi Erik. I don't think a manager since Ferguson left has had more than 3 years, 2-3 years each time. Is the truth, because you're talking about all the processes have to be right to retain these sort of standards that Sir Alex set, winning titles, doesn't a manager need 5 years basically here? And so would it not be easier if fans were realistic about that? Then maybe the section of the media, like you said, would get off your back, because actually you need 4 or 5 years.
I don't think in how many years. I want to win every game, and I want to make every season a success. And with the trophies and with titles, I think about this. And if you think about, I have to win every game, and we as a team has to match the standards to win every game, and then you get there where you have to be. And because that are the expectations who Sir Alex set for this club.
I suppose another way of asking the question is it realistic for any manager to last here the 5 years maybe that's needed because of the expectation? They always seem to be sacked before they get to sort of the fourth or fifth. You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas is that ever going to actually happen, do you think, at this club?
One thing is sure, that there is almost no club in the world where the expectations are so high as at Manchester United. And that is set in the era from Sir Alex, and then the rest who comes after have to deal with this. But that's nice. Therefore, you want to be here. That's a big challenge, but also it demands the highest standards in every process. And obviously, we are not there. We are not there in every process. We didn't get so far to challenge for the Premier League title, for Champions League title, but of course that is the ambition, and that is what this club has and what the expectations are. But as I said, still we managed it to win some trophies.